Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Nurul Syafiqah. My group members are Rizwan Jamizlan and Rabiatul Nabila. I will starting the presentation of our topic, which is protective effects of lactic acid bacteria against the oxidative stress. As stated in the table of contents, I will present introduction and discussion, and the rest part will be presented by the other group members. So these are the characteristics of lactic acid bacteria. Firstly, they are categorized as gram-positive bacteria. They able to thrive in low pH medium and heat treatment, love living in high concentration of salt because they are halophilics, and lactic acid is their end product. The food-grade lactic acid bacteria known as probiotics. Generally, they are able to improve food shelf life, reduce food spoilage, act as natural preservatives, and improve food safety.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rabiatul Nabila binti Zainal Abidin. For my part, I will explain about the function and benefit of lactic acid bacteria against oxidative stress. Firstly, lactic acid bacteria function as antimicrobial agent source. Lactobacillus acidophilus produce bacteriocin that have antimicrobial properties that's against various food of pathogen. Second, they also role as source of vitamin. Lactic acid bacteria can produce vitamins such as folate, vitamin A, vitamin K, and vitamin B12. Antioxidant roles in human body to reduce oxidative process. Next, lactic acid bacteria also function as low-calorie sweeteners. Low-calorie sugar produced from lactic acid bacteria attract the industry to produce diabetic food such as xylitol, mannitol, and also sorbitol. Also, lactic acid bacteria function in milk fermentation as preservative agent. Lactobacillus strains produce antioxidant in milk. Also, they generally recognized as safe organism or grass. And lastly, lactic acid bacteria function as starter culture. They was added to fermented food and dairy products such as yogurt and cheese. Next, for this slide, I will explain about the benefit of lactic acid bacteria. Firstly, lactic acid bacteria can reduce inflammation. Fermented food low in inflammatory molecule, high in antioxidant activity, and improve protection barrier guard. For example, in kimchi. Second, lactic acid bacteria can delay the process of aging. Fermented food can elevate the level of reactive oxygen species or ROS and promote homeostasis. Also, lactic acid bacteria can increase lifespan. Third benefit is lactic acid bacteria can enhance immune system function by increasing antibody activity. Lactic acid bacteria help in increasing B lymphocyte that recognize and destroy the foreign matter. 4. Lactic acid bacteria can prevent cancer, especially colon cancer. Lactic acid bacteria has anti-tumor properties that reduce the level of enzyme in the colon. And last benefit is lactic acid bacteria can improve lactose digestion. Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus in yogurt can improve the lactose digestion in our body. So that's all the benefit and function for my part. Thank you.
Reactive oxygen species, or ROS, can cause imbalanced charge of ions in the intracellular fluids, extracellular fluids, and other body's membrane. In normal conditions, ROS play an important role in receptor-mediated signaling pathways for necessary and natural physiological functions of our body. They also act as secondary messengers for intracellular signaling cascades, which can be found within the cells under redox stress conditions. And the level of ROS is regulated by antioxidants defense mechanisms. Continuous imbalance and overload of ROS will cause oxidative stress, which the process can trigger cell constituents like DNA, lipids, and proteins will damage, and they will altering the cell growth and apoptosis, which then will cause cancer and other chronic diseases. Proteins that protect our body against the high ROS levels includes catalase, superoxidase dismutase, and glutathione peroxidase. When people consume food-grade lactic acid bacteria, which contains some specific lactic acid bacteria like Lactobacillus, Lactococcus, and Streptococcus, these lactic acid bacteria will then produce bioactive compounds which effectively act as antioxidant like conjugated linoleic acid. The main mechanism observed for these fatty acids includes its scavenging capacity for free radicals by donating their hydrogen atoms. Lactobacillus is able to produce antioxidants in fermented milk and soy milk after 24 hours of fermentation time. Moreover, the consumption of probiotic fermented milk is able to increase the total antioxidant status level of humans based on some research that have been done. This shows that the fermentation can make the lactic acid bacteria to grow and produce antioxidants, mainly to scavenge reactive oxygen species, ROS free radicals, and prevent further oxidative stress associated with disease.
Hello, my name is Adzim and I will be continuing with the presentation. Okay, so for the conclusion, antioxidative activity is very important for the resistance of lactic acid bacteria in order for the toxic oxidative compounds and isolation of Lactobacillus spp in order to serve as defensive components in the intestinal microbial ecosystem. Second, antioxidative bacteria strains with desirable properties will be very important and gives advantages towards humans to prevent or treat human diseases. Last but not least, with knowledge that is obtained, we should spread this information so that humans can lead a healthier and prosperous lifestyle by taking the advantages of lactic acid bacteria properly. Okay, so for the first question, what happens to the body if reactive oxygen species are at low level? So the answer is, you should know that reactive oxygen species should be low levels in human bodies because it can maintain a healthy immune system. But then if the ROS in the body decreases, it will inhibit the activation of proper immune response and hence leading to immunosuppression, which is bad. Okay, so for question 2, what is the prevention step in reducing oxidative stress? The answer is to have a healthy lifestyle and dietary intake that can reduce oxidative stress. This includes fruits and vegetables because they are very high in antioxidants. It is very important to also limit your intake of processed foods. And it is also important to exercise regularly and reduce stress because they also help in reducing oxidative stress. Thank you and see you again.